Hello, I'm Wes Wagner. I'm with Rackspace. I'm going to kind of keep this a little brief. Rackspace does an incredible amount of different things for a lot of different industries, a lot of different platforms. I can't give you the fire hose today. It took me a year and a half to learn it myself. But generally what I'll say is, over the course of the evening today, if you want to come to me with a lot of your really hard problems, where you're having difficulty either adopting cloud, getting things to work, network connectivity, consistent Kubernetes operations, cross platforms, how do you integrate it to your Jenkins pipeline? Just drill me with some of your most difficult stuff. And I'll either have a way of helping you or I can tell you who can. I wanted to just kind of do a little bit of education today of just, some of the things in the connectivity area that have changed in cloud, because that's kind of the general subject that we're all on. And one of the things that I've been having a lot of success with lately is AWS recently improved what they were capable of doing and introduced Transit Gateway. I don't know if any of you are big AWS customers and ever tried to build a Transit VPC. Does anyone raise your hand if you've ever done that or experienced the fun and joy? Yeah, that's gone now. So you don't need the Transit VPC, you don't need the little CSRs in it, you don't need the little Amazon special devices from Cisco. The Transit Gateway can actually handle a lot of that routing inside Amazon software core. So life gets a lot easier because now instead of having to build a lot of different peering connections and handle a lot of things manually, you can actually build their Transit Gateway service, and instead of getting charged for every single peering connection and all the traffic across it, the economics of it are a lot nicer. So if this is something that you've been struggling with, again, catch me afterwards. I can give you some more detail. But if you hit the next slide, I'll kind of show you topology-wise, what the value of it is. What's the type of things people used to try to do with a transit VPCs? Usually it was a lot of security, control, corporate services, stuff that you really needed for all of your development departments, all of your QA teams, all of your production. You had to be able to inspect that traffic. As an enterprise, you typically have a lot of tools. You have a lot of logging setups. You might be using things like Splunk. You need all your collectors. And how did you do that in the public cloud in a way that was efficient? And Transit Gateways made it a lot easier to connect that one VPC that holds that backbone. And there's analogs to how to do it in Google and Azure that aren't quite as elegant, but they're a little better than the old Transit VPC way. And this is the sort of thing that we can help you with at Rackspace. We can help you get these things set up. We can look at the actual tools that you happen to use in your organization already and help you get them to work with multiple clouds. And again, what's kind of the glue that holds this all together? I can't say enough about using a cloud exchange if you have, more than one cloud service. I mean, if you're using Salesforce, you're using O365, you've got, you think you're going to end up multi-cloud someday. You, of course, got your own operations in the back end and your own data centers. It's just a far more efficient way of managing and laying out your network. And I'm not going to belabor that point. So another thing I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, although public cloud is great, there are certain workloads that just don't economically fit public cloud very well, like extremely high performance compute intensive workloads. We get an incredible number of customers who come to us after they've deployed large BI projects in the cloud, and then they see the bill. And so one thing that's been extremely popular is we do build private clouds, and we'll stick them in any Equinix facility. And typically, if you're looking at things like high performance compute environments, that's far less expensive than running those workloads in IaaS on the public cloud. And Equinix is a great partner. They'll just appear again as a node on your network in the exchange. We can put them in our colo cage there. We can put them in your colo cage there. We can technically even put them on inside your own data center at your corporate HQ. But trying to encourage people to not use that property as much anymore and try to get as much outside their four walls as possible. But if for some reason you want it on your prem, we even do that as well. Most of it tends to go with a partner like Equinix. And we also do that for OpenStack too. As I said, I could really belabor you for a very long time if I talked about all the stuff that we did. The real key to Rackspace is how do we engage? I listen. You know, bring me your hardest problems. Bring me the things that you're challenged with. If we can't solve it, and if we don't have the right people to solve it, I generally know who does, so I can often just point you in the right direction as well. So I'm local here to Portland. I am an enterprise SE for Rackspace. I'm fairly easy to find. I've been in this industry, in this town for like 15 plus years. And, you know, feel free to seek me out. Again, you know, just as a company, we're really there to try to remove the friction. If you need people, you need somebody who can respond to stuff to go bump in the night, or you just need help because you need a principal cloud architect to really look at what you're doing strategically, you know, just come and ask.